By the way, anybody who is not familiar, Abuja was formed by over 70% of the land of Niger State. So if we do something in Abuja, it's still northern. If we do something in Kaduna, it's still northern. If we do something in Katsina, it's still northern. So somebody was questioning why a northern thing in Abuja. I said Abuja is a northern territory and we can do it here. How is it that in the 21st century, the Nigeria would be lamenting of the number of out-of-school children? How is it possible that Nigeria in the 21st century, with all our mineral resources, with our oil, that now we are regarded as the poverty capital of the world? How is that possible? It means we have missed something along the line. Our planning system is not considering the population and is not considering those who really need our assistance the most. How is it possible that today, every day you hear people taken away from their schools? I remember during our time, our parents had to be begged to send us to school. Now that people have decided to send their children to school, they have found a way again now to stop it. It is very important that we do something. I had an opportunity to govern Niger State 2007 to 2015. And when I went there, I naturally found things so down, so disheartening, where in a classroom you will find 100, 120 children on a bare floor. Many of the schools dilapidated, as have been described by the chairman of the organizing committee. There were some schools, class 1 to 6, with only 3 teachers. I am still Honorable Minister of Education. I am still wondering what happened and why grade 2 teaching certificate was cancelled. Because not only will it provide employment, but that you cut a teacher young. During common interest, sir, I was reminded by one of the teachers that I was asked what I wanted to be. And I said a teacher or a lawyer. And they asked me why teacher, because they thought being teaching, people would not like him. I said, I remember Sadona was a teacher, Aminu Khan was a teacher. I said, then they say, why lawyer? I say, I read in Jakadia of that time that Awolowo was a lawyer. So I went to teachers college by choice. And I was not among those big ones. Don't worry how you see me today. I used to be one of the smallest, but I chose teaching. And I was trained, and from there I went for NCE, from there I went for BA education. So which means for me is a self-selection. So I still don't understand, because you said NCE will be the minimum qualification for teaching, does not mean then you cancel a foundation for NCE. I religiously implemented the free education at both primary and secondary school levels. Scholarships were properly paid. And I visited many universities where I had a number of students. I would give them a vehicle and money to set up for business so that they should not have a student that will go to bed without food. And I succeeded in doing that. I made sure teachers were paid. The whole civil service was paid promptly, not beyond the 25th of every month. And I paid 13 months, what they call bonus. I paid 13 months a year for all my civil servants because I wanted results. And I was regularly calling everybody from the teacher to the principal. I went to one school and saw a teacher who graduated 21 years ago but had forgotten lesson notes, not to mention syllabus, not to mention curriculum, and teaching all in that class for more than 10 years. And I discovered that she wasted the time of the children. That is why we think we should be able to mobilize and come up. I know that poverty and insecurity are the greatest enemies of education. Insecurity has made many people now not to go to school. Poverty, and that is why for 8 years that I stayed, I paid NECO and WAEC for all my students in Niger State, because I discovered some parents genuinely were not in a position to pay. And I had to enter into a contract with the Federal University of Technology, Minna. When I discovered that the university was in Minna, but the students from Kwara State, from Kogi State, were more in number than the students in Niger State, I had to go and sit down with the VC and say, why? If this is supposed to be Minna, the Niger State students should be more in number. And he told me the problem. And I entered into contract with him. Until I left, I was paying 70 million for training of my students, not only to pass to FUT, but to other universities in the country. This is the main foundation. People don't remember what you have built. Roads, sometimes people will start forgetting, oh, was it built during Abacha time, or was it built during IDB time? But if people get education, they remember all the details of what has transpired in their lives. And they cannot be doing it. Nobody can come to them with deceit to vote, because they will have made up their mind before the voting of which way to go. So it is very important for us to appreciate that.